These are the best highlights from today's 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup.
And they also stave off the pressure in the lane, so we'll finally be able to get that back as Envy.
Yeah, Henna could be in trouble. That's the flash forward from Envy. He's going to need to land some of these Qs. Arcane Shift. Oh, it's just the Mystic shot, and he's going to be fine.
That was clean.
Yeah,
Envy
knows that there's no flash.
We're getting a pick.
Yep.
And it's the fastest way to clarify your team. You were successful.
And that as well as the fact that it comes up on their screen, that the kill does come in as well. As we've got a bit of a headbutt out from Raptor. He's not allowed to be around here. The bro's going to be able to just guarantee control of these grubs. And man, Wolf, this is like such a bro early game.
This is actually going to be a pretty big win here for BNK. And despite that early kill for Envy, the CS difference has actually been shored up. Remember the top lane, we saw a lot of health trades that were going in favor of Morgan, but he fell behind in CS. Looks like he might even end up losing a plate here, does not have teleport, so...
There a little bit. Still just trying to hold on. This is a huge pressure point, as now Henna is just going to try and return the favor. Envy's in so much trouble, throws an ultimate the wrong direction, and Henna just kills him. All right. Why Envy has a fair bit of confidence there after just killing Henna 1v1. Still, can't be making mistakes like that. Because I think that if there's ever a champion that's going to punish you for making an error, and then you just lose the game because of it, it's to find another electrocution, lands the chains there as well, and now Raptor, I mean, this could just be cease and desist, and yeah, you're not getting out of that one. It's going to take a while, and the dash forward, that is going to be that, and Raptor locks up the kill.
Just yet, as they're going to try to make a cross map happen here top side, but Duro is here with his ultimate and flash.
Yep, there's a Gnar into the wall as well. Wallop isn't going to find the mark as there's the headbutt pulve onto the Gnar. Magnet Storm comes in. Not sure whether Duro is going to be able to find anything back here, and Polo capable of just...
Back, and with Duro coming up there, it looks like maybe that was actually not even going to happen, but they were swift with the punish there. They did come over and make that happen. They also are able to get Duro's ult and flash of a gold injection.
Yep. Xwozra also has a little bit of a bad guy injection. Gonna have to flash the combo here of Polo. He does get electrocuted, but he should be fine. Raptor gonna be taking the Rift Herald, and now Clear with some more spare time on this top outer turret. First turret blood, a little bit of a race here as now the dash in from Henna once again. I've seen this one before, not gonna be diving the turret. No flash out from Envy this time, but with the Herald coming down, this could actually just be the outer turret taken, and they also get first turret with Clear on the top side of the map. Really good map play here from BNK, continuing on from the advantages that they got in the previous series.
BNK, which is so valuable when you have a LeBlanc, because now LeBlanc can start threatening your jungler when he's trying to farm, can start getting in there and setting up deep wards with impunity when they have this relatively fed LeBlanc on the other side, and she's going to pick up now the third turret here for BNK. And it is just looking fantastic for them right now.
Yeah, the outer ring just immediately eliminated. Well up there from Clear to stun up Morgan, but he's got a bunch of friends coming on over.
Doesn't have TP, so if there is a bit of a scuffle, he can come over as Clear. He's looking for the punish.
Yep, he's going to be able to dive on top of Fate here, unbinds his soul. That was a weird situation, but Fate is going to get the poor end of it. Still able to get on over. Envy takes a house to the head. Let's see whether this crush can come through, but no, it can't because there's a combo, and everyone collapses. The bros don't go anywhere by themselves.
But at least it gives Bro a cross map, so to speak, in terms of this dragon, because it is just going to be taken without a contest, which I don't think Bro could have contested either way, but at least they get something in return. And now they're going to try to collapse on Closer.
Yeah, more cross maps coming in here. Polo just continuing its onslaught, but there's a distortion. So Clear is just a little bit frustrating to deal with. Polo can't tank up the turret for much longer, but still, tower going to be taken, dragon going to be the trade. And Closer looking like he's basically impossible to kill. Gonna back away. Raptor is pretty scary, to be honest. Building towards his Black Cleaver that should be coming in relatively soon.
Yeah, it's got to be almost done. It doesn't look like he's going to have it for the dragon. However, Morgan spotted on the flank.
Yeah, Clear actually spots him, but maybe he isn't too psyched about it, as Morgan pretty strong right now on this Jax. Finding those combos as Envy, oh dear, the chain needs to be arcane shifted out of, is going to be successful there, as somehow Henna is actually locked down by a grasping roots. But now Envy's out of this fight, and Closer is still hunting for him. Envy now trying to come back. Duro is going to soak a lot of damage here. Will be taken down first in this one, as Fate snapping back. Morgan going to be gnawed into the wall, and Envy actually dashes in. I'm not sure about that one. It's a double kill for Henna. He's finally taken down, as now Closer will be able to execute Fate. It's messy, but I think it's a BNK win in the end with 2 men still standing.
There at the end, but did a ton of damage despite getting chunked down. This is a much closer fight than it should have been. And ultimately, BNK will secure this dragon, but it was a very close fight. And if Bro end up winning that a little bit cleaner, maybe that's the comeback angle instantly, so they know at least they don't have to worry about that at the moment. But this is where things get scary when the map gets dark.
Oh, there is a Mega Cone as Envy gonna have to Arcane Shift. Let's see whether Clear can find the Mega Gnar. Not quite able to do so, but he just jumps on top of him like Mario. Doesn't find the Gnar, but it doesn't matter. Raptor gets his health back, and Polo is just getting thrown around like a rag cow. And into the back line goes Closer, gonna find the execute on the Zyra. And this fight, the last one was close. This one, absolutely not. BNK just roll over the top.
Closer wasn't even there for most of that.
Yeah.
Showed up in the end. It's like, oh, you guys killed the Ezreal. I guess I'll come in here. That was what I wanted to kill the Ezreal, but I guess you guys all committed to doing that with the weird blast cone play, and that's just the end of this.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's just the game.
I think so. I mean, Ezreal up in 10. No ult for Young Jay because he used it to try to peel for Envy. A disastrous fight for Bro.
Yeah, and Fate. Yeah, he's not getting out of this one. He has to snap back. There is a big pulverize. Raptor gonna get taken down, but there are no Nexus turrets. And Clear will be able to do enough damage to this turret. And Closer going to help out there, and that is going to be BNK taking game number 1.
Even with a Maokai here to get your Rumble to equalize people, I feel like the Leona would have been much better for that. They still have the Maokai ultimate, so, you know, back timings of the bottom lane, you know that they're not going to be able to do Dragon, so a bit of a scuffle being set up here for Bro.
Yeah, Raptor moving on in though. This control ward goes down, spots them out, will be destroyed immediately, but did get a fair bit of value there, as we can see, is now good knock-up going to connect, and there's the grand entrance as well, the smallest rocket jump in the history of rocket jumps from Fate, but it is actually going to work out here as now Closer could be in trouble. There's the flash twisted advance. He's punched back as well. The exhaust decent onto Closer at the same time as Raptor. He did not want to go there as he tries to get out, and he manages. Okay, I think he's still very dead, but still, okay, there's the auto attack, and Fate going to pick up first blood.
And unfortunately for BNK, it was kind of way too aggressive, constantly trying to force Closer's engage and trying to get that pick onto Fate for that grub fight, backfiring and doing it again here.
Yeah, Dura gonna come on over and steals the grub. Okay, so Young Jay does manage to pick up the first one. But now this one is going to be taken by Clear. So BNK on track to picking up a bunch of those, and I think sticking around and making sure you get the extra grubs when you have a Tristana, I think would be pretty good. Yeah. There's a very high level of intensity though.
Yeah, no, it's very intense. Clear showed top side, of course, neither top laner have teleport, so it's just going to be Clear pushing this one in. Morgan will catch it. Well, Morgan did rotate down briefly and then was like, okay, we're not fighting, and then went back to lane. As there's a lot of attention to this dragon, but it is taken very late.
Yeah,
here by BNK, but Bro ultimately had to give it up, even though Fate was taking some favorable health trades. The spacers will be also like clapping and singing along and swaying back and forth, and Ox will be all giddy and stuff. But
yeah, Ox can do the sit there and feel uncomfortable thing where you're not allowed to sing your own birthday song. As we've got some grubs going down. First one going to be cleared here by BNK as Fate's teleported in. There's a Glacial Prison onto Polo. Gets the Unbreakable Will out, but it's not exactly the priority target that you really want to be engaging on. Still, that is going to be another couple of grubs going over to BNK. That is 5-1 in the grub count. And look at this, they're already getting to work.
He preset the value as here comes a clear flank.
Oh dear, okay, Envy does have the Featherstorm available. As, just gets that cooldown out. Trades for his own.
And then maybe get something out of it, but either way, it will stop the plates from going down.
Yep, and Closer knows that there are a whole lot of people heading towards... okay, there's a Nature's Grasp as well. As the Equalizer comes down, Closer not really going to be able to do much about this, but still able to trade back very nicely. Morgan actually picking up the turret aggro as well is not what you want. And now that Permafrost is stacking up. The Grand Entrance with the quickness is going to guarantee the kill. So a 2-for-1 trade.
Fate does not have teleport, nor does Closer, so the mid laner is not going to be involved in this fight. Pretty negligible poke here for Henna as well. I think BNK should reconsider. They need a flash engage from Clear. Otherwise, I just don't see this going their way. He's got the angle. He's hidden.
Yeah, we'll see whether this Slicing Maelstrom can actually work. The Nature's Grasp comes in and clear. He's rushing into that back line, looking for the angle. There goes Polu as Duro trying to find the quickness onto as many members as possible. Equalizer is decent, but there's the knock up onto Envy. Another very defensive Featherstorm has to be used, but this time we'll keep him alive successfully.
BNK, but they were able to secure the Rift Herald, and that's going to be pretty good news because that mid turret is sitting on probably about exactly 3 health, and will be going down very soon.
Yeah.
But they secure the Herald, so maybe they can get some additional control of the map.
Oh,
okay,
so it's okay, 1, 2, 3.
Wait, hold on, we have a dive.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Then after the dive.
And no one's actually here. We're not ready. It's dive time as Clear is going to get Slicing Maelstrom off. And Polu going to be able to tank this one up successfully. So that is Barbecued Pikachu in the top lane. Very nicely done here by the bros. They will sack their bottom outer turret for it. And it's also first turret blood going over to BNK. So it's not the greatest of trades.
Do end up seeing Chemtech Soul, so the value of these 2 Drakes for BNK, not that great, but this is that Herald I was talking about. Let's see if they can grab the turret. I mean, they are better grouped for this. I think they should be able to secure this. It's pretty huge.
Yeah, Dura not actually able to make the rotation over, as we could see.
Rumble Ultimate, look for a frontline pick, and, you know, otherwise just watch your flanks for Clear.
Yeah.
I think that this is a much more optimistic than it was in Game 1.
Well, Fate, I'm not sure about him, as he is going to pick up a prison, take it with him, and he is really dead. Henna with his Killer Instinct is really absolutely named correctly this time around. He's actually been very aggressive this game.
Coming back up, he's looking for the long con flank here. They have a ward in the brush, so pretty confident that he's not going to be seen here. This should be respected by Bro, though.
Yeah, Morgan moving in. There's the engage. It's onto a Sejuani, so it's not exactly the greatest. And, oh, somehow Morgan gets caught by the Glacial Prison. Still, the answering Nature's Grasp is very, very strong. The Acathian Rain not doing too much here to Polu, but that is some big buttons now on cooldown as the Drake has been started up. Henna, full health, does have Killer Instinct up and available. Dura by his side as well, that Gleaming Quill keeping him healthy. He does continue to land those as in goes Closer, finds a bit of an engage on Polu, not exactly the priority target once again, as there's the quickness into the backline. The engage is so good, Closer just gets rid of the Tristana and the Slicing Maelstrom to answer as well. And Bro just find themselves with gray screens, no option at all. Raptor's going to be surviving. And there's Clear to finish off the last kill with a lightning rush of all things. That's a clean ace.
Clean ace here, relatively early in the game, and down goes the turret.
Oh, the stiff breeze.
Kill the whole team and then get one Yone out of it. And that's what you got to do to get that turret down. No nail in the coffin here for a composition that is so shaky.
Yeah, and apparently this coffin only needs like 2 nails because we really didn't have much preamble for getting to this point, right? It's now a 5,000 gold lead. We have like Chemtech Soul point. I mean, you mentioned already Chemtech Soul, not exactly the most valuable, but getting 4 dragons is always pretty good as Duro is going to get engaged on, thrown around like a ragdoll, but he's Rakan, so he's going to be fine. Nature's Grasp, not really doing too much. Battle Dance for Duro to make sure that he gets out of there. Young Jay not so lucky. And BNK now managing to get a kill onto, like you mentioned, the one that's in charge of Peel. And so I think they should be able to break open the base very comfortably already. Closer's getting to work on it. He dives in on top of Fate. Gonna have to rebind here. I think he gets himself out of there.
He took the laning phase personally.
Yeah.
But,
and now he has a 2-level advantage. Look at this.
Careful who you bully in the laning phase. They might come back to get you later.
They just went take down.
It's still accurate at the moment.
Yeah, right?
But like, Bro's next matchup's DRX, right? You mentioned their future and their ability to bounce back were super narrow, and while they kept the early game relatively close, a few mistakes and a few good proactive plays by BNK, they get map control and it all falls apart.
I think it's also a difficult matchup just stylistically for Bro, because Bro are really good at like early game macro decisions, and BNK are really good at not caring about that and just team fighting way better than you.
Yeah.
And that's where Bro really struggles, finding the coordination in these team fights, finding the decisiveness, and BNK's problem is they have too much decisiveness. We're going to see some of it right here as into the backline goes Closer, tries to find his opportunity, but it's Clear that just slices them up. No opportunity to do anything at all for Envy, and now Morgan is just right in the middle of the furnace. It's ironic because he's Rumble, but he's still going to get chopped down. Fate also in trouble. as Duro is just going to find him. Yeah, there's an explosive charge on top of the Rakan, but he's going to be fine. And that is yet another one-team fight for BNK. This is going to be the last one of the game because the series is now over.
The series is definitely done. That's going to be the end point here, as it is just a complete and utter domination here by BNK. The win streak is real. This team is back, and they are looking to move to the west side. Make it a more permanent location for them, as what a bounce back.
Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.